So let's talk about the difference between center and fresh as we look at it from an ordering point of view.
So I think, both areas have their own unique complexities that tie together with all of this stuff. So when we start looking at center store, we're looking at the demand forecasting. Depending on the suppliers, especially if it's in DSD, they have different schedules. They're going to show up at the stores at different times. That's inherently complex to understand as to when they're going to be there. You get into the inventory management as well. So are we doing cycle counts? How often are we doing that? Are we actually verifying it? Do we have a shrink problem, et cetera? Further looking into the cost. So, are the suppliers giving us the right cost for the products that they're saying? Or are we going to use our cost as part of it? As the supply chain potentially has impacts, we know that, the costs are going to go up. Does that just going to affect your margins? So just being able to account for all that as part of the function through this. And then data. I think we've probably heard this 5 or 6 times over the last couple of days. Data. The quality of the data is super important to this. A lot of the legacy systems out there today have, historically, intermittent data as part of that. So going forward, how do we make sure that data stays clean? And then ultimately, you have multiple suppliers, right? You have a large organization. You may get the same product from 3, 4 different suppliers, depending on your stores. So that just adds overall complexity to the solution to actually generate the right order for the right store for the right supplier. Fresh, I would say, adds more complexity to this because now you're starting to look at just the capability around its perishable product, its shorter shelf life. So you don't want to be ordering lots of product that's going to sit in your cooler, that's going to potentially expire. You want to be able to order the right product at the right time so that you can consume it through production and, achieve your best results as part of that. You start to look into, the cold chain part of this, traceability. It's important that as the products are being shipped from even your warehouses to your stores, you want to be able to capture and make sure that your invoices are being received with the right information, the right temperature, so that the product that's going in is actually fresh and it's going to stay, to the expected shelf life. And then we just keep moving through, a good ordering system, especially for fresh, is going to require recipe management. Those make to sell items versus, cutting, tests or cut templates for primals that are coming in. So the break to sell products. If you don't have those tools available to you, you're probably going to be missing out on some of your orders.